Ladies and gentlemen, if you're very obsessed about how you feel, you prioritize how you feel in certain situations more than the actual thing that makes you feel that way, you're more likely to fall in love with somebody who is very performative and who makes you feel good, but does not have any positive emotion towards you. So for instance, if you are really, if love is your goal, the first thing you got to understand is love is a two-way street, which means that even if you love somebody, if they don't love you back, you can't really call it love. You just call it, I have affection towards this person. When the person has that affection back and those things are strong, then you can say these two people are in love with each other. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are so in love with yourself, you get what I'm saying? Being in love with yourself is very good, but if you are so in love with yourself and you're so in tune with your feelings, sometimes there's a likelihood for you to gravitate towards people who make you feel good. And the thing about that thing, make you feel good, is it doesn't necessarily mean that they love you. They just do things that naturally make you feel good. And so you have positive feelings towards them that has nothing to do with them. It just has something to do with verbs that they do, right? So you are more likely to fall in love with narcissistic individuals because those are the most performative ones. And then people who actually, study what people like and just keep doing them, to get favors and stuff like that. And you can't really, even though you feel good about the situation, you are at the high risk of getting disappointment because what you share with this person is not really shared. It's just something that they do to you and you feel good about it. So I guess that's almost certainly going to lead to disappointment, which is where most of you guys are. So if you want to undo this type of thinking, the first thing that you want to do is maybe you want to do self-reflection. You want to be less selfish in your seeking love, right? The first thing you've got to understand is, yes, you have to feel good. Not saying that you have to take that away, because if you don't feel good, what's the essence, right? But you also have to think about stuff like, I would have a disastrous relationship if I feel good and the other person doesn't feel good about being with me. And if I'm in love with this person, the person is not in love with me, but yet we have to live together. Because it doesn't really matter too much. Like, only 50% of love depends on what I do. This person still needs to continue to do these things, for a long term for me to continue feeling this way. But if the person does not have this deep affection and is just doing these things and I feel good, it will not matter in the long term because I'm always going to get to this point where I'm going to find out that this is not what it is, right? So the first thing is you do that self-reflection and say, okay, yeah, I'm selfish and I could be selfish. Okay, so what do I need to look inside of me to avoid this type of situation? The first thing is get out of yourself, right? Life is not just about you. You get what I'm saying? Get out of yourself and look for emotions that are deep. Study an emotion for itself so that when you once you see it in somebody, you recognize it. Like, you want to see that somebody truly likes you more than you want to feel liked. You get what I'm saying? So for that, you now have to study the emotion of likeness. The question is independent of people. It's like, how do people behave when they like somebody? Not how does this person behave when you get what I'm saying? So first of all, you got to remove it from a person. That's like the general emotion. And that's why some people generalize and people say, oh, no, because there's many things that you can box into a box and recognize that this is mostly a behavioral characteristics of people who like you, right? You understand that emotion, and then you don't tag it to specific actions. Like, if he does this, he means he like me. If he does this, you get what I'm saying? You have to remove specific popular TV inspired romantic stuff as proof that somebody likes you and start looking at things that are more like everyday stuff and are like casual. You get what I'm saying? Like, if somebody really likes you, usually they just consider you and stuff. They put you in consideration. They remember things, that you say, but they also kind of like when somebody's trying to merge their life with you or thinks about merging your life with you, or they actually have this affection for you, there's a way that they treat you that has completely nothing to do with all the things that you guys that bring butterfly in your stomach. So if that's the main thing that you are looking for, not saying butterflies are bad, but if you're looking for more long-term things and more like love that connect, maybe you want to start looking at those things. So some of those things would necessitate that you step outside of yourself and look at those certain behaviors that actually tell that, this person considers me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just said I'd let you guys know. I'm going to see you in the next video.